Welcome to Ready Claim. Did you know that 1 in 8 drivers on the road is uninsured? That's right, you heard it right. 12.6% of motorists, or about 1 in 8 drivers, were uninsured in 2019. This startling statistic underscores the significant risk that uninsured and underinsured drivers pose to those of us who are insured. The financial implications can be devastating if we're not adequately protected. So, what can you do to protect yourself from these uninsured or underinsured drivers? The answer is uninsured underinsured motorist coverage. Uninsured underinsured motorist coverage, often referred to as UMUIM, is a type of auto insurance coverage. This coverage comes into play in certain situations that you might not expect. So, let's demystify this insurance jargon. Imagine you're in a car accident and the other driver is at fault. Usually their insurance would cover the damages. But what if they don't have any insurance? Or what if their insurance isn't enough to cover all the costs? That's where UMUIM steps in. It's designed to cover bodily injury and property damage caused by a driver who is uninsured or doesn't have enough insurance to cover the damages. Now let's add another layer to this. What happens in a hit-and-run situation? Or if the driver responsible for the accident remains unidentified? Again, UMUIM coverage is your superhero. It will also cover you in these situations, helping to pay for medical bills, lost wages, and property damage. But like all superheroes, UMUIM has its limits. These limits are defined in your policy and can vary based on your preferences and needs. Understanding these limits and options is crucial to ensure you have the coverage that fits your situation. Uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage provides a safety net, ensuring that you're not left with a massive bill after an accident with an uninsured or underinsured driver. One aspect of uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage you may encounter is stacking coverage. Stacking coverage means increasing your coverage limits based on the number of vehicles you have insured. For example, if you have 2 cars, each with a coverage limit of $50,000, stacking your coverage would give you a total coverage limit of $100,000. That sounds great, right? However, just like a coin, stacking coverage has 2 sides. On the bright side, it offers increased protection, which is especially useful when the costs of an accident exceed your base policy limits. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The flip side is that stacking coverage can lead to higher premiums. So it's a balancing act between securing maximum protection and managing your budget. Now, let's shift gears and discuss determining appropriate coverage limits. This is a critical decision as it directly influences the level of protection you receive and, of course, your premium costs. Factors such as your financial situation, the value of your assets, where you live, and how much you drive can influence these limits. For instance, if you're a high-mileage driver or live in an area with a high rate of uninsured drivers, you might want to consider higher coverage limits. Alternatively, if your vehicle is older and has a lower market value, lower coverage limits might suffice. While it's impossible to predict exactly how much coverage you'll need, understanding these factors can help you make an informed decision. You might be wondering, why is uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage so important? The answer lies in the stark realities of the road. The fact is, accidents happen, and not everyone on the road carries adequate insurance. This coverage provides a crucial layer of protection against the financial impact of such accidents. Let's imagine a scenario. You're driving home on a rainy evening when an underinsured driver collides with your vehicle. Your car sustains significant damage and you suffer injuries that require medical attention. In such a situation, the other driver's insurance may not be sufficient to cover your medical bills and vehicle repair costs. This is where uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage fills the gap and provides the necessary financial support. Further, consider the case of a hit-and-run accident. Finding the responsible party might be impossible. In such cases, uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage can again be a financial lifesaver, covering the costs of car repairs and medical expenses. But it's not just about financial protection, it's about peace of mind. Knowing that you're covered in case of an accident with an uninsured or underinsured driver can make your journey on the road less stressful. In a world where 1 in 8 drivers is uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage provides peace of mind, knowing that you're protected in case of an unexpected accident.